did in fact take the fight to Larry Holmes.
Well, he did not show any respect whatsoever to Larry Holmes, to the champion. He used his jab. Michael Spinks worked a lot to the body. He was drilling a lot of right hands to the body and coming back up with those left hooks.
Awkward fighters have historically given Larry Holmes more problem than more traditional fighters. And it's not to say that Michael Spinks is awkward, but he gives you a lot of different looks. He's almost off balance in a lot of occasions.
I was surprised not to see a lot of right hands by Larry Holmes. He appeared to be quite tentative. I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't there tonight.
Well, remember, this one is still in the hands of the judges, and while the crowd and people at this table seem to think that we are looking at a new champion, once again, you have to point out that we have seen some very unusual decisions here in Las Vegas. Let's get the decision now from Chuck Hall. Chuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the decision of the judges. Judge Dave Moretti scores 143-142. Judge Harold Letterman scores 143-142. And Judge Larry Wallace scores 145-142 for the winner by unanimous decision and new IBF Heavyweight Champion of the World, Michael Spinks.
Well, there you have it, and it was a decision actually that it was a lot closer than I thought it was, to tell you the truth.
It was a close fight the way the judges had it. But Michael Spinks fought the right fight, Barry. He did everything right the way he did it, in his own way. He beat the champion to the punch. He used his left jab. He kept the champion tentative a lot of times. Larry Holmes never really got the right hand off like he wanted to.
And so we have a new heavyweight champion just that quickly. And again, at the end of the fight especially, it was Michael Spinks who looked like he was the champion and Larry Holmes who looked like he was the challenger.
Well, even in the later rounds, I said, this is the time that Larry Holmes pulled it all out. But apparently it was an old Larry Holmes. I didn't see the Larry Holmes with the snap jab and the powerful right hand. It just wasn't Larry Holmes.
Mayhem in the ring right now. Let's get up to Larry Merchant, who's amidst the celebration. Larry?
Larry Holmes, you've had a great career. You've been a great champion. What happened tonight in your view?
Michael Spinks was very awkward. He wasn't as strong, but he had a very awkward style, and I couldn't get my right hand going.
Just a question of age? What happened to Ali when he fought Leon?
No. It was a question of style. Styles make fights. Michael Spinks got a very unique style, and he took a good punch. And the punches that I thought I had, I couldn't land them.
Was he stronger than you expected him, and did he have more stamina at his weight?
No, he's no stronger than light heavyweight, but it was a good fight. I congratulate Michael. I think he's going to be a good champion, but I think he should fight light heavyweight. That's his field. Like I said, I congratulate him, Michael, because he's a good champion.
Will you ever fight again?
No, nothing else to prove. I'll go home now. My wife Diane, my kids Kenny. Go back to the office Monday and start taking care of my business.
What are your feelings now about having been so close to Marciano's record and falling short?
Well, sometimes people light candles and pray for your defeat. Sometimes you can't overcome that. And me worrying about that, I guess, takes a little bit out of you. I mean, I fought so hard for 18 years, and still you don't win the recognition, the respect from the people, but that's okay. I'm still the heavyweight champion of the world. I still accomplished something that nobody ever thought I would accomplish, and I have nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, we all must lose one time or another. If we keep living, we'll lose in the fight game, or we'll lose in the world of life, because we all must die.
Thank you, Larry. You've been a great champion once again.
Thank you.
Now back to ringside.
All right, thank you, Larry Merchant, a gracious champion as well. And you have the feeling now that we may see Larry Holmes and Michael Spinks some more in a boxing ring.
I don't know. It was a great fight, and the way Larry Holmes feels now, I don't know. I'm sure Larry Holmes is contemplating retirement, but I'm sure a champion can't go out as a loser. It's tough.
Let's go back and talk about the training program that we saw earlier of Michael Spinks. Now, there has been an awful lot of tradition, obviously, in boxing. It's a sport that's laden with tradition. Do you suppose now that this is going to start a new precedent in training?
Well, people are going to say, well, it worked. But I think what worked tonight was Michael Spinks, his style. I really believe, Barry, that training, that method, that program that was given to him was all for his head, psychological. Michael Spinks was Michael Spinks in the ring tonight.
And right now, Michael Spinks, the winner and new champion, is with Larry Merchant. Larry, you got it.
A little thing he says to his kids. Hi, Michelle, baby. All right, Michael.
Only in America could this happen.
That's right. Only in America could this happen. That's right. Michael. I stand there alone. I stand alone. No, I mean, as the only one to do it, but without all the people behind me, all alongside of me, not behind me, Butch Lewis, Don Hubbard, Julius Wilkinson, Tony Sutton, all right, Michael, all of my family. Michael, hard, dedicated workers.
You did all the fighting tonight. When did you realize?
I couldn't do it.
When did you realize you had a chance to beat Larry Holmes?
When I realized that I had a chance to beat him, from the time I accepted the fight, I never thought.
Did he ever hurt you? Did you ever?
He hit me with a shot that didn't daze me, but it hurt because he hit me above the eye, hit me right on the side of the nose, hit me on the side of the mouth with a hard shot. But he never. I guess he did connect pretty flush, but by that time, all the sting, pretty much the sting was gone.
Did you find him slower than you anticipated? Did you find him much slower than you had anticipated? Because it seemed you were beating him to the punch throughout.
Oh, well, only you all said I didn't have no speed. I mean, only the critics said I wasn't fast enough. I'll put on fat or something and I would lose speed. I didn't lose speed. I was just as fast as I was as heavyweight.
Right here. Do you think
I had to stop?
Do you think that your training?
We did it.
Do you think your training methods will revolutionize boxing?
That's right. If anybody, if people are not scared to try, they can do it. Thanks to Mackie Shieldstone all the way, and Butch Lewis, my brother, and all of my family. That's there. All the family, a friend and supportive people that supported me all the way. I never took it for granted that I was just super, I would win. I never take things that way. I always leave a little room for a little disappointment. But
when in this fight did you realize that you had it, that the chance, that the crown was on your head?
What I said to myself, I said, I'm not afraid, but I have my leery moments, but nothing. If you don't try it, you can't ever succeed in life or ever do anything in your life if you don't try. So I said I'm going to try. But I felt that what I had to do was take his jab and let it lay right here every time. Give him my head, and take it away from him. Once I had him hypnotized and mesmerized with the movement, I knew he was going to take it away. He was going to concentrate on my head, not my hands. That's when I put my hands to work.
Thank you, Leon, and congratulations.
Michael. You ain't learned from history yet. Remember, Michael the one did it.
Well, how do you feel about being part of the only team of brothers ever to win the heavyweight title?
That ain't all. It's more than that. That's history.
Good. I feel
never
good.
before in the history of the sport.
I'm too happy to get excited.
Low kid.
You're pretty excited. Thank you very much, and congratulations again, Michael.
I did. Let's see your fist. Baby.
Prize fighting can be, as we all know, a theater of the unexpected. And when I posed the question earlier tonight that perhaps we were asking the wrong questions, perhaps we had to weigh Michael Spinks' ability and weigh his heart as well, it turned out that those were indeed the questions that had to be answered tonight. And Michael Spinks, not Leon